Good morning, traders. This should be a live trade video. I've got Dare on my watch list right now. And the previous high is 333. Let's double check the daily chart real quick. Yep. So now we're just waiting for a pullback. Let's see. 333. Plenty of volume. It's the number two traded stock right now. With over 66,000 shares. It's a low float. Just moved about 50 cents there, above the high, the previous high at least. So the first possible entry is the break of this candle, which would be 365 or more. Ideally, it pull all the way back down near this level. I just wanted to make sure the 1 minute chart was showing the current price. Okay. I'm in there at 363. Might be stopped out right away. If it breaks this low, which is 350. So 349 would be the exit if it stops me out. We just mark that out. Alright, so my entry is 363, the stop is 349. Just gonna move this. So my target is 391. I just want to make sure it's actually going up before I put in the order, just in case it comes down and stops me out. I don't want that order sitting there. All right. So we just wait because I've got my 2R order out there. But I have to watch because there's no way to put in a hard stop in the pre-market. So my signal to look for an entry was the fact that it broke through the previous session's high, which is right here, and made that high in the aftermarket. Broke through right away in the pre-market. Then I just wait for a pullback, which it gave me right here. A very quick pullback, which doesn't always, it's not always the only pullback, but it looks like in this case it's going to be. Then There's 390. It's very close now. Should be able to hit 391. It's 390. There we go. Nice 2R trade. Popped all the way up to 395. Got filled at 391. So there was a little bit of room there. But that was textbook 2R trading. It's important to keep an eye on the risk. It seems like if the risk is lower than 5%, that it's that much more likely to run all the way to 2R, but still kind of tracking that. So anyway, what I was saying before was the signal to look for an entry was the fact that it broke the previous session's high. Here, let's go to the trade screen. Now that the trade is over, I can look at that. What's today, Wednesday? So you can see it ran up yesterday, then it made a new high in the aftermarket. And so as soon as it makes that new high, that tells me, okay, this thing could be a mover. It's also number 2 on the excuse me, it's number 2 on the top gainers list organized by volume. And my rule is it must be in the top 3. So then I just wait for the pullback and the confirmation of kind of a reversal, right? So this is A, B, and then C. And how I know that C is over, or at least that I'm ready to take a chance that it's over, is when a 1 minute candle makes a new high. Now I did that yesterday too. If you watch that video on OBSV, and the 1 minute candle made a new high 2 times and then failed, stopped me out twice before finally working out the 3rd time. And today it worked out the first time, which is more typical for my, as far as my tracking is going. It seems to work about 90% of the time. So that was pretty unusual yesterday that I got stopped out twice before it actually worked. But that's the way it goes, you know. If you like, even though flipping a coin has the probability of 50% heads, 50% tails, you can still get 2 heads in a row and 2 tails in a row. So even if it has as high as 90% probability, you could still have 2 failed trades in a row. It's just that much less likely, especially over the long term. So anyway, I think that's as much as I want to do today. Let's see what we actually made on that. $3.06, so that's pretty nice for one single trade. And it was a pretty low risk trade, and the cost was $39.93. So $3.06 divided by that. So the percent gain, or the return of investment on that, was 7.66%. So that's pretty strong for one single trade. So I'm happy with that. And I think I'm not going to trade anymore today, just because the market's been really strange lately. So I'm not going to be greedy and try and see if this thing goes higher. It may very well go higher, but I'm happy with my 1-2R trade today. And I can't trade in the open today because I'm going to be busy around that time. So this is it for me. I'm trying to really develop this habit of selling all at 2R, even though these things may go higher. You can see I only gave up 4 cents there. So that's pretty close to getting 100% of that move. And now it may continue much higher above the 395. We don't know. It may just pop up a little bit here and then sell off. But this would have been the next entry. just in case, you know, you want to know, like, okay, well, how do I get it on the next pullback? It would have been, let's see, the high here's 380, so 381 would have been ideal. Keep in mind I was at 363, right? So the higher this thing goes, the less likely it is to keep going. So you have to keep all that stuff in mind. And you never know when it's going to be the one stock that goes like 1,000% in the pre-market, but that happens so rarely that it just doesn't make sense to, you know, say like just sell 50% at 2R or even 75% and hold the rest, you know, just in case it does that, because I would say probably like 19 times out of 10, you're going to get stopped out instead of it, you know, making that big run. And if you only have a couple of shares anyway, because you've already sold most of your position, you're not going to make that much off of that that big move that it's going to make. So I'm just trying to get in the habit here, just holding for 2R, because that's been a very difficult thing for me. I used to scale out a lot, so just getting in that habit, and we were able to do it 2 days in a row now. So let's keep it up. There's only 2 more days in the week, and then we would have a perfect trading week. Even if every day isn't green, if I can hold to 2R or stop out at 1R in every trade, that's a perfect week for me. So, all right, guys, I will see you. I'll probably still, well, I got a pretty busy day, so probably no more videos today. So I'll see you tomorrow in the pre-market. Let me know if you have any questions about this trade or any others, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh, one last thing, sorry. This also looked good on the daily chart, which is another criteria of mine. So it's trading well above the 200 MA. And the last time it was trading at this level was almost a year, or no, more than a year ago. So anyway, all right, so that's it. All right, take care. See you in the next video.